Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Open Heart Healing. Welcome if you're new. My name is Sarah. Thank you for joining me in this now moment for this card reading we're going to do today. So yeah, I guess I'll just start shuffling while I'm doing my intro. I hope you're all doing well. Leave a comment if you want to. Let me know how you are, or if anything resonates in this reading or whatever. Oh, okay. So my last video only got like 10 views. But I got some really good feedback about it, so I guess it was just for a few people, you know. That's all right. Oh, that's more than I wanted, but that's okay. We'll take them. We will take them. This. Oh, I'm so excited. I haven't used this deck all that much, and I haven't used it for a while, and so I decided I was guided to pull this deck out because I was watching a reader and she was using this deck, and actually she had this exact card, and I was like, oh, I've never seen that card. I didn't even know this card existed. And anyway, before I was recording, I asked Spirit when I do my little pre meeting with Spirit before my reading. I don't know what I'm talking about. I asked if I was like, can you please give me some new cards, like ones I haven't seen? And I think only I got 4 cards from that deck just now, and I think only one of them is one that I've had before. So 3 of them are new cards that I've never even seen. I should really like look, maybe look through the deck, look at the cards, but yeah, so I was supposed to put this eye here, and I'm supposed to let you know that if you're watching me, Jesus is watching you. That's like Jesus watching you. So, good or bad, whatever. He sees it all. I thought a card flipped over, but it didn't. I just saw 2:22 on the clock, and I was guided to wear, I don't know, my Love San Francisco sweatshirt. I've had this sweatshirt for many years. It's getting holes in it and everything, but I don't know, I was guided to wear it. So maybe, I've never been to San Francisco personally, but maybe you have, or maybe San Francisco means something to somebody. I'm excited to do a reading. Excited to see what comes through. Oh, my cat is going after her scratching post. And apparently she got it. I put catnip on there sometimes, the scratching post, so I encourages her to use it more. I think she's gotten into some catnip. She's like Psycho Kitty when she's on catnip. I'm not much a fan, but she seems to like it, so I let her have it sometimes. And then I just tolerate the craziness. So. All right, we just need one more card here. Spirit, one more card, and we can get in. There we go. Thank you. Okay, so this first deck, I think it's called the Sacred Travelers Oracle deck. And we got rainbow blessings. Blessings are showering your life. And we got grounding, go deep, explore your roots. This is a very fall looking scene, which is the season it is right now where I am. And then we got Mystic Healer. I've never seen this one. Well, I've only seen this one because I saw it in a card reading, YouTube video. But yeah, these 3 cards I've never seen in person. Mystic Healer, healing energy flows through you. And then we got Unknown Territory. I've gotten this card like once or twice before. You are exactly where you need to be. And then from the Light Seers Tarot, we got the 4 of Swords. This is a card about resting, taking a step back, taking the time out, self-care, meditating, things like that. And then we got the Six of Wands. This is about as opposite from the Four of Swords as you can get. We got the Four of Swords, so she's curled up in the fetal position in her little nest. And then here's the Six of Wands where she's on stage, like in the spotlight, like, look at me. And everyone's cheering. And then we got the Ten of Swords, which traditionally is a card about being stabbed in the back, betrayal. But this card, this version of it, as you can see, it doesn't look so morbid like that. Like the traditional Rider-Waite has a guy laying face down on the ground with 10 swords sticking out of his back. But this Ten of Swords is a lot nicer, I think. It just seems a lot more hopeful. Like these are the swords, the crows. In this deck, the swords are represented by crows. And, you know, they're like flying above her, but they're not touching her. So I always feel like this is kind of like an after the Ten of Swords, I guess. So, okay, I'm going to see what I get. And thank you for those of you who've been commenting on my videos and encouraging me. It's very nice. Even, like I said, my last video only got like 10 views, but even though it only got like 10 views, I got good feedback. So then I felt encouraged to keep going and keep doing the videos for you guys. And for myself, because I like doing these too. But, you know, if I only get like 10 views on a video and I don't get any feedback, if that starts happening, then I don't know. Then maybe I always won't do videos, but we'll see. I don't ever seem to be able to like give them up. I like, you know, I only usually do 2 videos a month or something. And I am wanting to do maybe like once a week now that I have the time and the energy and stuff. But yeah, we'll just see. We'll see. So the rainbow is giving me the message that, you know, the storm is over. So if you've been going through a difficult time or a dark night of the soul or something like that, this rainbow is giving the message that the worst is behind you and the sun has come out and created the rainbow. So be encouraged that brighter days are ahead. And of course, the rainbow is a symbol of God's promise. Yeah, God loves you. And God sees what you've been through, has been with you the whole time, and just wants you to have some encouragement that everything is going to be okay. Yeah, that the storm is past, whatever it was. So that's nice. That's a nice fluffy message. I don't mind getting those sometimes too, along with the really deep, super out there ones. Okay, so I don't know, I guess I'm just going to go down the line here in order, unless I'm guided otherwise. Grounding, go deep, explore your roots. So that's immediately giving me the message that literally, you know, some of you maybe need to do some grounding exercises or consciously ground your energy. And the explore your roots, the root chakra, that's, you know, that's the grounding chakra. So the root chakra is red. Maybe why I have some red here in the background behind me. So yeah, you might want to wear red. Just, you know, work with red stones or crystals or whatever. Eat red food. But not just that. Grounding isn't just red stuff for your root chakra, but that's just could be something you can do. But grounding, you know, it's, you can do visualizations, grounding exercises like meditation. Like you can imagine that, you know, you have roots growing out of your root chakra down into the earth, anchoring down into the earth. You can imagine that you have an anchor on a chain going down and like anchoring down into the earth. Also, things like just being outside barefoot if you can. That's my number one grounding tip always is be barefoot outside. But like for me, for half the year, it's too cold to be outside barefoot. So that's not an option for half the year for me. But maybe where you live, it's nicer and you could do that. That's always good. I found also being in water is grounding. So there you could do that. Other stones that are good for grounding are hematite, smoky quartz, any of the black ones, especially I like black tourmaline. So yeah, just somebody needs to get grounded, especially if you're having like dizziness, vertigo, if you're just feeling kind of like out of it, out of sorts, that's a sign probably that you need to do some grounding and just kind of, you know, anchor back into reality a little bit, the physical world a little bit more. Go hug a tree. I love to hug trees. I don't even care if people think I'm nuts if they see me, but yeah, if you hug a tree, that's very grounding. And the trees like it. They like to be hugged. Most of them don't get hugged ever, but sometimes people do. Okay, so the next one we have is Mystic Healer. Healing energy flows through you. This is a beautiful card. Okay, I'm gonna hold it up so you can see it. This is a beautiful card. I really love this card. It might be a tie between the Rainbow Blessings and this card being my favorite cards so far that I've seen from this deck. Like I said, maybe I think I need to look through the deck and look at all the cards. Maybe I can, I don't know, connect to them a little more or something. But this is just angelic. Like she looks angelic, right? She looks like an angel. So I'm getting like Earth Angel. You know, a lot of us are Earth Angels, I would say. And we have the ability to heal. You know, it's God, it's not us, it's God, right? It's God's energy. Healing energy flows through you. It's God's energy flowing through you. That's how you heal. That's how people heal. But, you know, it has to come through your physical body. So, someone watching this, maybe you have that ability and it's just being activated now or awakened within you or whatever. Oh, they're just reminding me that I forgot to say that I'm a Christian mystic. I'm supposed to give my little spiel at the beginning. I'm a Christian mystic, and Jesus and the Holy Spirit speak to me and through me, which is also how I do healing. Oh, I was also supposed to say, God, I'm not doing very well today. That's all right. Well, one thing was that my son, I was talking about Jesus telling me something the other day, and I was talking to my son about it, and he looked at me and he's like, Mom, you should be a millionaire. And I was like, yeah, I know, right? But I said, Jesus doesn't care about money. So that leads me to the other thing I'm supposed to say is that I am offering my services just kind of casually or unofficially or whatever. But if you wanted to do like one-on-one coaching with me, we could do that. Although the only way I am able to do that at this moment in time is FaceTime. So you'd have to be able to FaceTime. I could potentially, I did delete my Facebook account, permanently deleted my Facebook account. And, but I could potentially start a new account to be able to use Messenger to do, because you can do video chats through that. But I've discovered that that's not secure and they're actually spying on you when you're on Messenger. Facebook actually listens into your conversations and things. So, you know, not my favorite thing, but I mean, not that I trust Apple that much either. Although my son insists that Apple, like FaceTime is super secure and like nobody can see it and it's super encrypted and all this, but like, I just don't trust that company. So I'm like, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. But anyway, that's just, I'll throw that out there. If you're okay with that, Facebook Messenger, and you don't have the ability to FaceTime and you'd like to have a session with me, I would be willing to do that. Or I can do healings for people if you're in need of healing, and that we don't have to be like on a call or anything. I like to arrange a set time so that you can receive in real time while I'm doing it in real time. It doesn't have to work like that, but I do prefer it like that, for you to be receiving while I'm doing it simultaneously. I feel like it's a stronger energy that way. And I can do card readings, so which I would just make like a private video and then send you the link for it. And I would do all that just on a donation basis. You could decide what it's worth, what you're able to pay or whatever. I don't even really care about money. I appreciate money. I respect money. I understand that we need money, obviously. I have bills to pay too, but I don't know. You know, Jesus didn't charge people money for his services. He just went around doing God's work, right? Doing it freely and as he was guided to do it. And I'm sure he got donations from people. I'm not sure, but I think he was funded. I'm not totally sure, but I think, you know, God kind of took care of him. And that's kind of how my life has been too. I just kind of do the work and then God kind of reimburses me. But I also do have to be careful with giving away my gifts freely, because I get kind of taken advantage of sometimes, or I end up getting burned or whatever. Also, Jesus told me that I'm a demon hunter. I was like, oh, that sounds terrible. But I know I have like taken people's demons before. This sounds nuts, but it's true. I've experienced it. Like I can literally like take if someone has a demonic entity attached to their energy field, I can take it onto my energy field and then I can wrestle with it or whatever. And then Jesus told me that once I'm done with the demon, it's like banished from the earthly plane. Like it's kicked out. It's not even allowed to be here anymore. So I'm like, well, that's at least encouraging. At least it's not just going out and back into the world and attaching to somebody else or something. I guess if there's a point to it. But some people, and sometimes I can like exorcise people's demons without taking them on into my own energy field. You know, like how Jesus could just banish demons out of people. Sometimes I can do that. Sometimes it's just as like, if I see it, it's out, you know, kind of a thing. But sometimes I have to like actually take it on. I think it's if it's a really strong one or whatever. I don't know. I'm not really sure, but that can take me down for 2 or 3 days sometimes if it's a big one. So it's not fun. And Jesus told me that's why I'm not allowed to be seen by a lot of people, because a lot of people have demons or just shadow energy that they have not learned how to manage properly, and it gets put back onto me, and you know, it's not fun. So anyway, I can't be seen by a lot of people. That's why like my channel is so small, and people kind of just trickle in and then trickle out. They come and go, and I just kind of like do the work with you guys, and then you might go out, you know, whatever. But yeah, if I had a big channel that was like, if I had like thousands of people watching me and listening to me and stuff, I might end up like being bombarded too much by those kinds of negative things, because yeah, Jesus told me I'm a demon hunter, I'm a shadow worker. I have a Scorpio moon, as some of you have heard me say before, and that has qualified me apparently to do this work with the darkness, because so Jesus showed me, like, he's like, you're a demon hunter. Then he showed me I was like a little girl, and he was like handing me a Halloween costume, and he's like, here's your Halloween costume, it's a demon hunter. And I was like, I started crying, and I'm like, I don't want to be a demon hunter. And I like pointed over there, and I was like, I want to be a love and light fairy like those people over there. Like, I want to be a pretty princess. I don't want to be a demon hunter. And he's like, well, you know, this is what, you know, you came here to do. And he said, you know, there aren't very many people who are able to handle that job. So I'm like, oh, okay. All right then. So if you have any demons, most people who have them are not aware that they do. Most people don't even believe in demons and demonic attachments and things, but it is very real. And it is a lot more common than people might think, even if you believe in it. But if you have, you know, if you have your shadow side that you haven't looked at yet, or like I said, learned how to manage, or, you know, you haven't shined the light on your shadow side and it's causing havoc in your life or just negative outcomes and situations. That's kind of one of my specialties, I guess, is I can hold your hand energetically and help you navigate the darkness, and so that you don't get lost in it, but that you can actually like face it head on and look at it and deal with it. Because once you're aware of your shadow side and your darkness, then that's like half the battle of overcoming it. So anyway, if somebody wants to do that fun work with me, I can do that. I can hold space for that. I can, you know, like I said, energetically hold your hand, provide guidance or things like that. So just, yeah, I'm supposed to put that out there, but I can't put like, you know, I couldn't offer that to the whole world. It just has to be my small audience of people who have somehow managed to find me in this world. So I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I'm here for you if you need me. So yeah, just send me an email. I always try to remember to put my email in the description box of the videos now. So you can just send me an email if you're interested in working with me at all in any way. Okay. I was supposed to say that stuff at the beginning, but then I forgot. Unknown territory. You are exactly where you need to be. So maybe somebody is feeling like this is now reminding me of what I just was talking about with the shadow, working on your shadow side, or, you know, whatever. It's unknown territory for people who haven't delved into that yet. So yeah, this is just telling me that somebody watching this, there's a reason why I was guided to offer my services this way and to talk about this today. So because somebody watching this maybe really needs to do this work, and you don't have to do it with me. You can do it on your own. You know, I mean, please. I always encourage everybody to do their inner work and their shadow work and whatever. But if you have no idea what you're doing or how to do it, or you just need a little guidance, me or someone like me can help you. But you do have to be careful that you get the right person to help you, because, you know, like Jesus told me, like most people are not equipped to dive deep into darkness without getting sucked in themselves. But yeah, you're exactly where you need to be. So it's telling me like it's time for somebody to do this work. And I'm also getting the message from that card that everything that you've gone through in your life up until this moment was all perfect. It was all fine. Like, you know, we're given free will, and so we can choose the route that we take to get to where we need to go. But, you know, and there's different paths maybe, but that everything happened for a reason, and everything happened the way it was supposed to happen to lead you to this moment right now where you are. And yeah. So don't have regrets about your journey, I guess. Don't have regrets about the things that went wrong or the mistakes that you made or whatever. Like, every moment is a new moment. Like, but every previous moment led you to this moment. So, you know, have gratitude for your journey, for even your hardships, because they taught you lessons and they led you to where you are right now. And right where you are right now is exactly where God wants you to be. So, okay. This card is telling me that somebody watching this, you know, may have recently, or maybe it was even in the past, it might not even be recently, but was just kind of down and out, kind of, you know, maybe you just reached a breaking point and you had to like drop every, yeah, this is just really like dark night of the soul kind of vibes to me. Where you just had to like take a rest and heal your heart and just take care of yourself and kind of shut out the rest of the world and all of the noise and all of the drama and all of the chaos, to just kind of go within and just kind of rest and just find some peace. Don't ever feel guilty for needing to take a break or, you know, have some alone time if you need it. That's a healthy thing. And some people need it more than other people. Like I need a lot of alone time and a lot of downtime and quiet time for meditation and prayer and things. But some people don't need that much. But everybody needs some, I think. Some people like refuse to do it. Some people are like, no, I'm just going to keep going and grinding and pushing. But yeah, just somebody needed a rest or needs a rest. But I'm getting to then with these cards that after like that this time of rest maybe is coming to kind of an end. Like maybe I feel like she's, you know, finishing up her resting here and she's getting ready to stand back up because it's time for, you know, her to shine and for her to be seen and to put all the past behind her, all the past hardships. I'm just saying she because all these cards have a woman. But if you're male watching this, you know, it could be, you know, this could be you as well. I'm just saying she because of the cards. But mostly women just watch me. But anyway. Yeah, so she's getting back up. She's recharged, she's rejuvenated, she's rested, she's done what she needs to do to take care of herself, and she is ready to rock and roll. I hear she's on a stage. She doesn't have an instrument, but maybe she's a singer or something. Ready to rock and roll. Yeah, this card is just telling me like, yeah, it's when she was in this time, she was processing the past hardships and the hurts and the pain and all that stuff. And now, you know, she's standing back up, and those crows that were, you know, weighing on her, the swords that were in her back, are out now, and it's lifting, the heaviness is lifting, and the light is coming up on the horizon, and it's a new day, and it's ready, you know, she's ready to begin a new journey or a new chapter, or just, you know, something, ready for something better than what she's experienced so far. So that's a beautiful message. Okay, let me see if I get anything else from these cards. Okay, so now that I'm looking more closely at this picture on this grounding card with the autumn scene, you know, it's like she's sitting with her back against a tree and she's reading a book or something. Yeah, she's reading a book, leaning up against this tree on the ground. So I'm just getting literally like somebody maybe wants to do that, wants to just go out and enjoy nature. I call it nature therapy. I was just doing this the other day. I was having a rough day the other day, and so I decided I needed some nature therapy. So I went to the local park and sat by the little river, on a bench by the little river, and, you know, I was watching the leaves falling and watching the river flowing and stuff. And it was just like, it's just really good for the soul. So I'm just, yeah, getting that message to somebody else also could benefit from finding somewhere in nature to go and hang out for a while and just take a book and maybe read, or take your journal and write, or just meditate or pray, or just be mindful and watch the animals, watch the birds, the squirrels, or whatever animals are around. Being in nature can be like a reset button for you. You know, it can recharge your batteries. My ex-boyfriend actually taught me that. Before I got into all the spiritual stuff and learned about chakras and stuff like that, he told me like he likes to go fishing, and he said when he's out fishing in the river, that's what he said. He said it's like it pushes a reset button for him. So that really stuck with me. And then as I learned more about energy and spirituality and the chakras and everything, I realized how true that is and how powerful nature is. So if you haven't been out in nature for a while, or you don't normally go out into nature, this is a message is for you, that it would be a good idea to try to get out in nature a little more. I have a poster in my bedroom that says, "One is nearer God's heart in a garden than anywhere else on earth." And that's always, my Nana and Bumpa, my grandma and grandpa, they had that poster actually hanging up in their house, and I loved it. And I found it, a different version of it, obviously, at a garage sale once, and so I bought it. And so, and now I have it hanging up in my bedroom. And it's just a nice reminder. Because, yeah, nature is natural, right? Organic. That's where, like, God is everywhere, but, like, especially out in nature. So if you're really wanting to connect to God or your angels or Jesus or the universe or whatever you believe in, whatever you would like to, however you'd like to think of it, nature, being in nature is a really great way to get that going. So this card is, I'm being shown these hands. They almost look like ghost hands. Very interesting. Like the people are not actually physically there, like they're there in spirit. I never really noticed that before on that card, but if you can see, those are people's hands, like they're reaching their hands up, like they're being like, me, 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 me. So this is giving me the message that somebody out there is going to be in high demand, that there's going to be a lot of people who are looking to you for whatever it is that you do, that you're going to get some, maybe you haven't really been getting some recognition for it or something, and you're going to start getting some recognition. Or you're just going to find that people are finding you or drawn to you more than usual because, it's your time to shine. It's your time to, I don't know the right words for what the message here is. Like it's showtime. That's it. It's showtime. It's showtime. So hopefully you're all rested up and ready to go, because I don't know what's happening for you, but that sounds great. Sounds awesome. So yeah, let me just see if there's anything else. If you find yourself in a situation, I'm looking at this unknown territory card again, as he's like, it looks like he's looking up at the trees, and he's like in wonderment. Like he's like, what is this place? Where am I? What's going on? So if you find yourself like feeling really out of place, or like feeling like you don't know where you are, or I don't know how that would come about for somebody, but it doesn't matter. I don't need to understand it. I just give the message. Okay, so if you find yourself like feeling like you don't know where you are, you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what you're supposed to be doing, you're like lost, or like all of a sudden you might be actually lost, or just energetically kind of like you don't know where you are. I'm just getting the message like, just put your hands on your heart. I'm always talking about this. Put your hands on your heart and just take some nice, easy, deep breaths into your hands, into your heart space. And just tell yourself like, I'm safe, I'm okay. God is with me. Jesus is with me, or whatever. Like, I'm not alone. Yeah, I was just getting this feeling of like being like overwhelmed and feeling lost. Feeling overwhelmed and lost about your surroundings or whatever. And this could just be an energetic thing or an actual physical situation you might find yourself in. Just take some breaths, just connect into your heart, and like ask for guidance if you don't know what to do or don't know where you are, whatever. Like just ask your angels to help you, ask God to help you, ask Jesus to help you, whoever you want to connect with, ask them to help you, and they will help you. They will assist you. They will show you where to go and what to do. Yeah, I'm being reminded of a story. Hopefully my friend doesn't mind that I'm sharing this. Christina, my friend Christina, I was talking to her on the phone last night, and she was telling me about that her higher self was guiding her to do a specific thing that she needed to do, energetic work. Like, I won't go into details because that's not my place, but hopefully she doesn't mind me just saying that, because that's what I'm getting now. I'm being reminded of it, of like her higher self literally like told her step by step what to do in a situation to accomplish what they were wanting her to accomplish. So I'm just supposed to tell you that yeah, just ask for help if you're feeling overwhelmed or lost or uncertain about things. And then you have to be still so that you can hear the guidance, right? You can't hear the guidance if you're all monkey mind and running around and busy and whatever. Just stop and take some breaths and ask for help and then listen. Yeah. So somebody needed to hear that, I guess. It's a weird. Okay, I'm getting a weird message. It's just nothing new, right? But they're showing me all the different outfits that people are wearing in these cards. Like this one's got like a fancy Renaissance type looking dress, and then she's got kind of like this flowy and angelic looking dress, and this guy is like in a heavy coat with like, fur trim, and then she's got just dirty. Her clothes look like they're dirty. She looks like like a tank top and some jeans. Like she's been through it, right? She's been through the work and she's just exhausted here. And then she's wearing like a mini skirt, like a fancy top, and then she's wearing a sundress. So they're pointing that out. Something about wearing the right outfit for the situation you're in or for the job. I don't know how that would be helpful to anybody, but if that resonates for you, let me know. That's an interesting one. Yeah, just make sure you're dressed appropriately for the situation or for the weather or for the work that you're going to be doing or something. Like, look the part. Like, go all in on like playing the role that you're playing at the time. It's just making me think of like a play, right? Especially with her being on stage too. I don't know. Interesting. And then that's reminding me, I was telling the story of Jesus telling me I'm a demon hunter. And, it's giving me the demon hunter Halloween costume or whatever. And then I joked to Jesus and I was like, oh, do I need to like get out my army uniform? Like, do I need to go find someone with a spare like semi-automatic assault rifle? I'm like, are we at that level? Is this what's happening? And I was just joking, obviously. But then, and also, I would never kill anybody. I just wanted to say that. I would never. Not even if they were attacking me. I wouldn't even, not even in self-defense, I don't think. But anyway, so it was totally a joke. But then Jesus was like, yeah, actually, they told me that I'm supposed to get my army uniform because I was in the National Guard. And I still have my old uniform. And I'm supposed to get that out and wear that as my Halloween costume. And I'm supposed to be the demon hunter for Halloween because I'm going to go out with the boy that I used to work with. He's autistic. And his older brother and the mom. And because the mom asked me if I would go with them trick-or-treating. And so I said, sure. And then Jesus said, yeah, wear your army uniform and you can be the demon hunter for Halloween. So like literally that's gonna be my Halloween costume. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's not a pretty Halloween costume. That's not a nice, I like to be like a butterfly or something. It would be something nice, but that's all right. So I don't know what the point of that was. Halloween costumes, maybe. Again, I think the last video I was talking about Halloween costumes too. Interesting. I mean, when I'm doing this video is a couple weeks before Halloween, so that kind of makes sense. But yeah, maybe wear an appropriate Halloween costume, or if you are needing a Halloween costume, maybe like think about like what would you really like to be, and then have that be your costume. I don't know. All right, well, I think this video is long enough. I think we got enough messages from these cards. I don't really just there's a lot of birds in these cards. We got a chickadee and an owl and another owl, and then a little bird that I don't know what it is. And then we've got crows, 10 crows. So if birds mean something to you, or any of those birds in particular mean something to you, you might want to look up the, you know, you can just Google the spiritual symbolism or meaning of different animals. Like I said, chickadee, owls, crows. Wish I knew what this bird was, but just a little bird. I don't know what kind of bird that is. All right, well, thank you for joining me today. I appreciate you, especially if you're still with me this far at the end of the video. I extra appreciate you guys. I don't think many of people watching make it to the end. If you made it to the end, leave an emoji in the comments if you want. What would it be? What could it be? Leave a bird emoji. How about that? Any bird emoji. Leave that in the comments, and then I'll know that you made it to the end. And then you guys are like, I'll call you my most valuable viewers. I stole that from another reader. She says that sometimes. She doesn't say so at the end of the video, but she'll just say, I don't know what she says, but she says MVV is my most valuable viewers. So if you're still watching, you're one of my most valuable viewers. So leave a bird emoji and let me know that you are. Also, I would like to point out that the people who comment and like my videos, I tend to seem to read for them more. Like and which makes sense, because that means you're connecting your energy to my energy by like doing something on your end to show that you're appreciating my video or whatever. And then that tells spirit that, you know, you would, you know, you want to have messages for you. I'm not saying that well at all, but I think you kind of get what I mean, right? I just saw 42:22 on the clock. I saw 2:22 earlier. So a lot of twos, 222s might mean something to somebody. But yeah, anyway, yeah, if you would like me to be more likely to read for you, leaving a comment and liking and sharing and whatever, subscribing is a good way for that to happen. So again, offering my services to anyone who might like them, face-to-face coaching sessions, healing sessions, or card readings. So send me an email if you're interested. And other than that, hopefully I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.